Okay guys, today we are going to be installing these quick latches. This is one half to it, the other half I have already installed, but it will probably need further modification, but for now it's still fine. I'm going to take you over here, and as you can see, the side is there. It's on. It's latched. It's good to go. So, I'm going to mark the other side. I happen to have gold paint. It's super hot where I'm at, so it rather dries super quick. It's acrylic paint. It dries quick, peels off, so it's pretty good for marking the back side of the car. My bumper's pretty messed up, but I was tired of the sucky fitment, and as you can see, just the one latched in. Look how good that is. Like, there's Philly Drifts, and he uses these a lot because I guess he doesn't like the clips, but the clips work good, so I'm gonna still keep using them. They come in and out like they're supposed to. And you guys already know, don't have an undershroud, so my fender liners are slightly unique. I have to use an Allen head bolt and nut. So I finally got the paint mark on, and I'm gonna use, obviously, one of these little Christmas tree things. And this side tells us that it goes up to 3/4, and that's the size I'm gonna need. It worked out perfectly for me. Amazoned it, came in 2 days, even during the pandemic. Lucky me, or they think drills are essential. I don't know. Okay guys, I finally did it. I installed the oil cooler. I just finished it up yesterday, and I'm going to walk you through what exactly I had to do. So, with my car, my Alliance brand, this way, instead of how it's set to, which is in front of this, I like it a lot better inside. Just gives me a better look, in my opinion, and it's still, if you come down here, it's really no lower than the sway bar. That right there, so it should be safe. And it is not at the 10 o'clock position, the sandwich plate, and I did not, sorry for that, just a little congestion in the mornings, but I did not remove the stock water to oil sandwich plate either, as you can see with the black hose and that squeeze clamp. The one next to it says the Motel or Mokel. Can't really pronounce the name that good. So with that was one piece, and the rest of the stuff, guys, it was hard. Like, getting the oil filter off was really hard for me. My friend had to help, but truthfully, I was going the wrong way, so that's probably why it wasn't working out so good. And then the other part that was really hard was to put the lines on the sandwich plate. So if you put your lines on the sandwich plate first, it helps a lot. And tightening them down is not too difficult. And then the only other thing I had a problem with, I'm gonna switch cameras again and let you guys know. Again, sorry about being congested in the mornings. It's a smooth thing for me. Not really. It's just how it goes. But like I said, I'm about to switch over and show you guys. And the part that was super hard for me, which I'm just gonna let you know, is this upper bracket. So if you are able to see, it's a 2-piece bracket. So there's this part, and it has slop to go left, go forward and backwards, and this one does
as well to go up and down. It was really, really hard to know how to adjust it, and then I don't know if you can tell, but once you get it, it's almost impossible to get it tight. But it's not impossible, it just feels like it. And what I had to use to make that get tight, those two sucky little bolts right here, because that's what holds it in right here with our stock crash bar. Ties into the bolt, which is nice for using OEM stuff. But these tools like this, you know how to use it in like that configuration. And you know, these are gears. Part the name of the channel's actual name, Ratchet Wrench. Wrench in a Dream. Well, there you go. It's because I use wrenches. And with all the research I have been doing, came out to be best for me and my car, the DE. Not a rev up, just a standard DE. Is when you add an oil cooler, your oil pressure will drop. So instead of allowing it to drop, you can switch to oil weights, and it will counteract the drop with the new oil cooler. And I switched over to 040. Like I said, for my motor, every research I've done on all the forums said this is the one for us. Like I said, I just did it yesterday, so I've added the solid 5 quarts, and now I'm going to have to add my last final quart for the lines in the oil cooler, because let me tell you, it is almost impossible to pour that into the cooler itself and then go mount it up into the car, because, well, how they mount. It's not the easiest just to stick it up there super straight. And then you can't really remove the crash bar because you need it to be there first because of how it installs over top of it. So I'm gonna, like I said, finish what I was doing, which is simply I'm gonna put my bumper on because I'm done with the install. I finished it yesterday. It took me a few hours, and I'm going to tell you what took the longest. The brackets took 2 hours for themselves. Just to put the bolts on took an hour, and then to figure out how to line it up took me an additional hour. Doing the lines, that took a while to get them to be able to get onto the sandwich plate, and the sandwich plate onto the stock sandwich plate. That was the most difficult part, so I suggest you have good eyes on it to where you can see it from all angles. And it just takes a 1-inch socket and wrench. You need both, because the lines on the sandwich plate need the wrench, and the sandwich plate, nut that sandwiches it together to the old one, needs the socket.